Hey there fellow crafters, it's George, and today we're gonna make this brute shark model from Subnautica Below Zero. So this one is quite easy to make, the body at least. It resembles to the Stalker and Squidshark quite much, and if you have done them it won't be any different to create this kind of cone shape in order to replicate this fish-like body with the main torso part and the tail which prolongates into this narrow tip. You really need to squeeze the bottom part. Decide firstly which is going to be the bottom part and then squeeze it near the tail in order to get this aerodynamic or maybe fin-like shape for the creature, and this will be the first stage. For the second stage you will need to start adding fins resembling to the real actual shark. It has one large fin onto the back and one similar sized near the middle of the tail, and of course the wide and the big side fins. So the body of the animal without modeling the head is already quite resembling to the earth creatures, but the head is something else, especially the jaws, which really make the look of brute shark, and it is quite complicated to create in comparison to the overall body. The first stage is going to be, of course, to create this rough base, how long the jaw is going to be and how wide at the same time, at least at the parts of the teeth attachment. And the second stage is going to be a layering inside portion of the mouth with pink colored clay in order to replicate the inner parts. Then you can attach the tongue, and after that the third stage is going to be attaching teeth, as you can replicate them quite easily using the Google images where you need them and in what size to attach. The important part is to remember that attach them before creating the lips. If you attach them like this on the sides, it is quite easy to maintain the sharpness of them, and later on you can go over with narrow strip of clay and border up the places where the overall look of the jaw, the top and bottom kind of shell looking thingies, are going to be situated. It is quite simple once you have done this overall bordering to fill them up with clay, and then using some kind of loop tool or something else, maybe even your hands, to gently squeeze them and eradicate any kind of bumps and dips. So the model is almost done except the eyes, and now it's time to paint the guy. We generally need only two colors, yellow and blue. And first thing I want to mention here is that you really need to start with yellow to create the chunks where the skin is yellow colored, and then using the blue one to create borders and at the same time place where the large blue surfaces are located. This is quite simple why I'm doing in this succession. Going over yellow color with blue is simple, but doing it vice versa is quite difficult, probably with the darker bluish tints almost impossible. And after doing the eyes, our creature is done. I'm quite happy with this one as well, and quite happy to add this creature to the Subnautica Below Zero arsenal, so to say. I've created a lot of them, but not all of them, of course. My mission is to at least have all the leviathans and maybe even the larger creatures like the brute shark, and unfortunately it is quite hard to understand how large the creature is if you are not looking at it and the player from the side and in the distance. So yeah, that was it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this return to the Subnautica. If you have never heard of it, go and play the game. It is amazing. So have a nice day and see you next time. Goodbye.